Hey, and welcome back to the Emlyn in the Mix show, season 4, episode 30. We've got an awesome show for you today because we're looking at the successor of Valves by Native Instruments and, of course, the collaboration with E Instruments. It is Vales Pro. Honestly, you're gonna love it. If you loved Valves, this just takes it to the next level and your mind is literally going to be blown. Yes, blown when you hear how good this thing sounds today. Full disclosure, we'll have an affiliate link down below. You can click that link down below to get yourself Vales Pro. Supports the channel. And thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first time, what is this channel about, or this show? It is, of course, about music technology, software, and hardware. It'll get you through your day. It'll make you a happier person just by checking out all the videos here on the channel. I mean, we've got heaps you can select. We did look at Valves in the past, but Vales Pro is honestly something else. So I'll have a timeline down below if you want to just get to the goods of me checking it out and playing around with it. But before we do, a little bit of housekeeping to get out of the way. Big shout out to our sponsor. I've been a sponsor for the last few weeks. Here it is, of course, the Ridley Academy. Learn how to become a piano master or a piano pro in just 21 days. There'll be a link down below to the free masterclass where you can try out the masterclass, see if it's for you, and then if you want to take it that step further, you can of course do that. But shout out again to our sponsor, Ridley Academy. Been our sponsor here for a few weeks now and learn how to become a piano master, piano pro in just 21 days. Again, link down below. Click that link. Shout outs to Ridley Academy. All right, so we're looking at Vales Pro today. What is it? It is a premium brass library. So soft, evolving trombone, flugelhorn, French horn, tuba, and euphonium sounds with an expanding library of articulations. And you can craft expressive performances with solo, ensemble, and player instruments, and explore over 60 articulations and over 200 preset phrases, or you can build your own. And the finest warm and mellow brass sounds on the market. Of course, you can head over to the website. When you click that link down below, affiliate link down below, you can head over there, check out some of the videos they've got here on the page. It is, of course, a collaboration with E Instruments, who does, in my humble opinion, some of the finest sounding sampled instruments. So new ways of performing. Vales Pro introduces more ways to create with 2 new instrument additions, solo and ensemble, as well as the player engine from Valves. So I'll show you all 3 of those today. So you got the solo, which is the craft intricate solo melodies with any of the 5 instruments and layer them to create your own detailed ensemble parts, or choose between 62 articulations for full flexibility or active virtuoso mode. And the engine will automatically select articulations depending on velocity and expression settings for fluid performance. And the ensemble mode is effortlessly build authentic and expressive ensemble performances within a single engine, with the freedom to select your own articulations across all 5 instruments, access a range of variations and customization options as the smart auto divisi feature assigns the most accurate instruments to each note of a chord, and true to life arranging. And you've got the player mode as well. So now with even more articulations and preset phrases for instant inspiration, build your own looping phrases for placing articulations, including long, short dynamic motives and noise on a tempo synced grid across all 5 instruments. Really fun indeed, just for getting into the groove or getting a rhythmic pattern going with Vales Pro, you'll find. And it's got heaps of articulations now, like way more than before. In fact, what we'll do is we'll just quickly do a comparison, because what is the difference between Valves and Vales Pro? So let's have a look. We jump over to the compare page here. Of course, the pricing here has jumped up quite a bit with Vales Pro, but you are getting a lot more. Now, I do have the Australian dollar here, but I think US dollar wise, you're looking at 99 USD. Don't quote me on this because I'm converting it in my mind from Australian dollars. So 99 USD for Valves, and then Vales Pro, I'm guessing, is about 249. Hey, hit me up in the comments down below if I got that correct. That is absolutely amazing, because I'm just going off Aussie dollar here. All right, gigabytes wise, you've gone from 11 gigs in Valves to 30 gigs, over 30 gigs in Vales Pro. And preset wise, you've gone from 100 presets in Valves, now jumping up to 210 presets in Valves Pro. That's incredible, over 200 presets. Some of the extra features in Valves Pro, you've got the Ensemble key switch and the solo key switch, which you didn't have in Valves. They are player NKI compatible. So if you have a Native Instruments controller, it'll be compatible with both Valves and Valves Pro. And now you've got, with Valves, you had the condenser mic signal, and Valves Pro has that as well. But now with Valves Pro, you have a ribbon mic signal as well. So very cool to be able to compare it there, just to see the two differences in Valves and Valves Pro. And just lastly, I did want to say that Valves Pro is an E-Instruments collaboration with Native Instruments. It is, of course, developed by E-Instruments. Big shout out to E-Instruments, because honestly, their quality of sampling is just incredible. And you're going to hear it here on the show. So that's it for me rambling about this instrument. Let's just jump over to the actual instrument itself. And here we have it, Valves Pro, up in all of its glory. The GUI plays in the Contact 7 player. You might be able to play it in earlier versions of Contact. Don't quote me on that at all. Don't know, I'm using Contact 7 here today. But let's just have a listen to it, because this thing sounds phenomenal. Here we go. So this is, of course, the Ensemble. Now you can see below each instrument here. So we've got the tuba, we've got the euphonium, the trombone, French horn, and flugelhorn. And below you have your articulation. So I can just click on that. For example, I can go to tuba and I can change it to this sustain vibrato. Let's have a listen to that. I don't know if you can hear that. It is very subtle. We could try it on one of the mid sections. Grace vibrato. See if you can hear this. Yeah, you can hear that. It's got a harder attack. I mean, we can go through. There's heaps more of these. Let's try Grace on the trombone as well. Just giving it that sort of attack. Flugelhorn. So you can see just from the default preset, just with playing with those articulations, I've already made quite a, not just subtle, well, was subtle at the start, but quite a difference now. You've got character and dynamics down the bottom, which you can also play with. So I can increase the character. It's going to make it brighter, and the dynamics. Now I do have to say I've got chord mode on my MIDI controller, so it is playing chords back, but if I was to turn that off, the actual instrument sounds like this. I mean, quite realistic, insane, actually mind-boggling how good this sounds, and so impressive how quickly Contact 7 and Valves Pro pulls the samples, because I'm playing them off a hard drive as well, these samples. They just sound bonkers. I don't know how it does it. It's very quick. Super high quality. I really don't know what else to say. Just unbelievable. Now in the Ensemble, we're in the condenser microphone, by the way. I won't bother showing you the ribbon microphone, because to be honest with me, I couldn't really tell the difference. Okay, look, fine. You've talked me over the edge here. Let me just quickly show you, because I couldn't tell really the difference between the condenser and the ribbon. But if we jump down to Valves, for example, let's go Ensemble ribbon. Can you hear that back? And then Ensemble condenser. Ribbon once more. Here we go. I mean, if anything, it just sounds like the higher frequencies are a little bit rolled off. We'll stay with condenser for now, but yeah, I mean, that's really it. You've got the ribbon and it is recorded with a ribbon microphone. So if you did want that authentic sound, you're going to get it with that ribbon one there. So now if we click on our presets, we can go down. There's all a heap of bunch of presets, and they're just going to change the articulation. We're still in the ensemble mode here. You can get in the back end as well, just quickly navigating around where you've got your sound effects, main effects, reverb, and so forth. And each individual instrument, I can like turn the insert effects and sound effects on or off, basically. And I can turn the instruments off too. So essentially, I could go back. That's just the flugelhorn. I could essentially go to a solo instrument from here. So there's the French horn, but you could also, there is a solo mode, which I'll show you in a moment. But yeah, you can do it this way as well. I wonder if I was wondering whether the GUI would highlight the instrument. It doesn't do it, but yeah. So you can solo, mute. So that's trombone and French horn. Very cool indeed, but since we're in an ensemble mode, we should probably have everything turned on. Just so good. Like, you could employ this in any genre. Honestly, you could have beats going on in the background, or you could make something really subtle, or you could score something with it. It just sounds so freaking good. Let's look at one more preset before we go to one of the different players that Vales Pro has to offer. Let's look at Vib or Vibe Swell here. We're gonna get some swells. Chuck chords mode back on. So this preset here has like a slow attack. Gentle, very nice. No hands, Ma. That's because I got the expression pedal down below. But if you're playing this type of instrument, you want to have as many expressions as possible. Don't know if the mod wheel, let's see what the mod wheel actually does. Does it do anything? Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. It's controlling the dynamics. And pitch. Okay, it says pitch. That's a nice feature, actually. So if you have, so right now I've got the expression pedal down. One of the articulations, I think, on the trombone has ended, but the modulation wheel controlling the dynamics, that's a nice little feature. Now, what else haven't I shown you? You do have true range here as well, which is going to give you the actual range that these instruments can play in. So you can see that when I click on true range, the field of range, you know, across my keys that can actually be played back reduces. So I press it again. Yeah, you can see it there. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. There's a heap of presets here. Really awesome indeed. But let's jump over to some of the other players that Vales Pro has to offer, because I think there's a lot more here. So we looked at the ensemble. Let's look at player. I'm just going to do condenser, and then we'll look at solo. So player is, it's an interesting one. It gives you the rhythmic playback. We looked at this when we showed off valves last time, but check this out. So it's going to play back a nice rhythm here. And I can control the dynamics. I've got the expression pedal down. If I take that off, it's going to turn off. But essentially, you just hold down a note. And it will cycle through some articulations. And we can also sort of alter it up here. between A, B, and C. We're going to get different sort of styles. The GUI sort of changes in the background, similar to what we had in Valves. Really cool. You could put a beat behind this. And we can see what's happening here in the sequence if you click on this little wave looking thing. And again, we've got our mixer section here where you can get in the back end, change the inserts, main effects, and so forth. So I've got it on hold there. You can see when I press down the expression, it's holding it just here. Hopefully you can see that. And get back to our instrument here. Let's go through some of the different presets in the player mode. I don't know, we'll just pick one at random here. Bent steel, what is this? And it is playing an ensemble, but you could turn off, you could essentially solo an instrument, just one of the instruments if you wanted to. Push the dynamics up. Change our mode a bit. Bent steel does live up to its name. How good is that? Honestly, so good. Oh, this instrument, amazing. And the decay, love that reverb decay there. Let's look at a couple more. Absolutely love it. Air swell's an interesting one. Have a listen to this. It's a slow build from memory. Let's have a look. Wow. Now keep in mind, this is all tempo synced to your DAW of choice. So I think I've got it on 120 BPM and it's all going to be tempo synced. It's all going to be playing in time. Like for example, let me just pop a random beat up here for you. We're just going to use the Captain Epic beat. I think that'll play a beat back straight away. Yeah, so let's just a 4 to the floor. Let's just check if I'm right that it's actually synced. Here we go. And help if we arm our track. Here we go. It sounds odd. I mean, you could do a house track. You could. Let's see if we've got another preset here. Let's stop our playback there. I don't know. Let's pick one at random. What do we got? A waltz, maybe. Bit more happening here. You can do it here. Anyway, a bit of fun. You could essentially do. Let's get rid of that beat there. I just wanted to show that it's actually the player does play back in time. All right, let's jump over to the solo instrument now. This is a lot of fun and it sounds freaking amazing. So solo condenser, again, you can choose between ribbon, and condenser mode. And just to be honest, again, I feel like ribbon just sort of closes the sound up. But if that's the authentic sound you're after, choose ribbon mode. So solo condenser, here we go. I'll turn my chord mode off, hang on. Here we go. How freaking good does that sound? Honestly, solo mode here. Also, depending on how you play, it is touch sensitive because when I hit it harder, it's giving me a slightly different articulation. And when I hit it softer, it's just playing it back like that's soft and then I hit it hard. Isn't that cool? It's even got a bit of velocity sensitivity going on. But of course, you have your articulations, which you can choose outright down below. For example, this one or this one. I mean, I almost feel like I'm a brass player. It's incredible. Or short stabby ones. Or crescendo. It wasn't really short and stabby. This one's a short stabby one. There you go. Like a muted one. Oh, I just can't get over how realistic it sounds. It really sounds redonkulous. This will sound good on chord. Here we go. Actually, interesting. Chords doesn't work. And then I just realized, yes, it is a solo instrument. You're not going to get the chords. Again, you got characters and you got dynamic. Let's go through some of the presets for this particular player or instruments. And okay, all noises. What's this? Let's have a look. So you got the wind. Interesting. Oh, wow. Even like just samples of the actual just the sounds of the instrument, not the sounds it makes. Fascinating. What else we have? And if we go too low, obviously we drop out of the keyboard there. Let's just have a look. Okay, so that's the solo. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me jump out quickly and just see, make sure we're not missing anything. So then all our presets are here. We can see we got heaps of presets. Noises. And we can go through, choose what we want. Alien waves. Oh, I did want to show this. You do have an air player, which is sort of like all the sounds that can be made with the instrument other than the sounds it makes itself, which is really trippy. Have a listen to this. I don't know if you can hear that. It's going to add some ambience. You're going to get some sort of drone sounds. I think even the presets has a drone. Let's see. Don't quote me on that. Let's just have a look. No, just kidding. Dizzy Heights. I'm pretty sure it had a drone. Maybe it doesn't. What's Dizzy Heights? Let's have a listen. This has heaps of presets, by the way. Is there anything in that one? Oh, cool. Here we go. Nice little sequence. Slow attack though. Just amazing, honestly. I mean, look, if that doesn't show off to you how amazing Vales Pro sounds, honestly, hands down, mind is blown. I wish I had this. I was recording an album with this girl like more than 10 years ago where she needed horns and we had to get a horn session player in, and God, I don't know how much that costs, but it was hard too to get the exact sound we wanted. She was good, the player was good, but I mean, we are spoiled in this day and age with this amount of quality. We are absolutely spoiled. E-Instruments and Native Instruments, this collaboration, they have done it again. Vales Pro, hands down, in my opinion, the best sounding brass sample instrument. There you go. I said it. That is my final thoughts. What did you guys think of it? Leave your comments down below. Affiliate link for this instrument will be down below. Click that link. It definitely helps out, supports the channel, and does yourself a favor. If you liked this instrument, then you can go out and get it for yourself. It does have an intro price at the moment, so definitely jump on that if you are watching this as this video drops, as this show drops. If you're watching this, best to click that link and get it now while it is at a reduced 30% off, I think, before it goes up to its full price. But yeah, Vales Pro, unbelievable. Vales was amazing. Vales blew my mind. Vales Pro has done it again and gone that step further with just quality and sound. But anyway, what did you guys think of it? Heaps of presets here. Absolutely loved it. Don't forget, shout out, of course, to our sponsor. If you do want to become a piano pro, you can click that link down below. Hit the Ridley Academy and become a piano pro in 21 days. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll be back next week. And until then, make some music, get in the studio, enjoy what you do, and peace out. Boom. Hey, thanks for listening to the Emlyn in the Mix podcast. Here you will find all the latest in music technology, software and hardware, interviews, and more. Also, don't forget to check out the Emlyn in the Mix YouTube channel today. Till next time, keep it real.